Hey guys, welcome back. Sid here on the Mage server, and I've been busy, very busy, between episodes. No gifts. We're safe today. So let me run over. For starters, I just want to double check something. I went in here. Well, let's show you what I've done here. I have naturized this area. So this is now nice and clear. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm going to do on here yet, but I have got a plan now for that. I have got a tier 3 blood altar, but I'm not in a position right now to... Yeah, this is... See, what I did is I changed my video settings to smooth lighting off, and bang, everything was good. Did I just hear a skeleton? You must be outside. You're not inside. I know this place is lit up. So turn smooth lighting off. Everything's good. If I go back into video settings and turn smooth lighting back on, everything is still good. So yeah, I don't know why we're getting that little glitch, but it's easy enough to fix, so not a biggie. Where's that skeleton? Oh, there you are. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. Bye bye, Mr. Skeleton. Right, anyway, so on to what I've done. Right, my little project that I have started over here is, I kind of sat there trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this artificial hill that we spawn on, and obviously this is our spawn point. I've moved the home beacon to the centre there, and you'll see here I have started to hollow this hill out. This is going to become my Thorncraft area. It's going to be a fairly big job. I'm not going to be doing anything on camera or anything along those lines, but that's fine. Now, in terms of spudladatos, I've extended the walkway round. That's done. When we've got this, I'll come to this in a minute. In terms of spuds, I now have all 5 levels working, and I've reversed the flow down rather than up. I changed my mind on how I wanted to do this. We've got a little room down here, and currently we have a hell of a lot of potatoes. And you're still probably wondering what the hell I'm going to do with all those potatoes. Well, we are going to have to get started on some Botania. To answer that question is the long and short of it. So I'm just going to find a temporary ghetto place. This will do down here to start off with. And we need to start off with... No, not that one. I need my crafting backpack. Oh, God, I can't... Yeah. Have I got a crafting table on me? I haven't, of all things. God, you prepare, you know, it doesn't matter how much I prepare. I always manage to foul up somewhere along the lines. So, not a problem, we can do the crafting, but now you see we've got the lighting glitches in here. I don't know, it's really bizarre. So, we need to make a petal apothecary. I think it was that, we'll soon find out. Yep, so there's our petal apothecary. We've got some mystical white flowers. I need some seeds, so it's a good job I came back here, because I am going to need quite a few seeds, and I'm going to need some more flowers, but we'll grab those as we go. Yeah, let me run over this way then. Find a convenient place next to a water source, such as say this. Now I've blocked this off so that I've tidied that up as well, just so we're there. I'm not all talking on the same channel. So let us set that basin down there. We're going to need a bucket of water and take our 4 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4. They all went in, didn't they? And a seed. I don't remember pressing Q there, that scared me half to death. Anyway, what that does, if you've not seen this before, is it gives you a pure daisy. And I also need some wood, good God. Well, we'll set this running while we're waiting. So, pure daisy, we'll just plant you just here. And what this does is it will convert stone and wood into living stone and living wood. Nothing uber exciting, it is just going to, you can see these little particle effects, and given time this stuff will become living stone. Now we're going to need that living stone, we're also going to need living wood. So I need to grab some wood. Bloody lighting glitches. Fortunately this bit of the build doesn't require an awful lot of iron, because I'm really running low on that. What did I want? Wood. That's what I wanted. Give me that oak. I can get oak by the score. While we're thinking about it, let me just check the recipe for a mana spreader. I know there's petals involved. Mana spreader, but I think it's gold as well, yes. Let me grab a... Right, for starters, we need to grab a bit of gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will do the trick. We are also going to want to make some mana generating flowers, which we haven't got yet. So if we go into the Lexica Apothecary, Lexica Botania I should say, and go back under generating flora, we have a whole host of mana generating plants, flowers. The only one that is really open to us is the Daybloom right now, and it's a simple, very straightforward plant. All we're going to need to do is put in 2 yellows, an orange and a blue into the apothecary. So let me go and get some yellows. So for every one of those I'm going to need, for every 2 of those I should say, so I've got 6. I'm going to need, well, take all the blues, and what was it, orange? I think that was what we needed. Yeah. Oh, it's a light blue. Let me see, nearly got the wrong one there. We need a light blue. 1, 2, I'll need 3 of those and 3 of those. Now that's going to give me, each one of those gives me 2. It's going to give me 3, isn't it? 3, pretty much. Is it 6? 6. It's going to give me 6. Which will be enough to get started. I can make some more later on. So let us run down this way. I apologise for the running around a bit, but you know, this is already converted, so let us, if you're playing on a server, one thing you may find is that this conversion will appear to have taken place, and when you break it you get stone, and that's because sometimes the tick lag between the server and the client is not up to speed. So even though it appears on your client to have converted, on the server the actual data is I haven't converted. So I'm going to do another batch of that, and you may want to get 2 or 3 of these doing, or you could look at an automated system similar to that I did in Tolkiencraft. Not as easy to do in this, but because we haven't got the redstone wire and the project red, but you know, swings and roundabouts and all that stuff. So we need those, and let me just put those down. That should be fine. We probably better sleep somewhere first though. I'll just go and hide over here. So I'm just going to sleep. We'll get this made. I'll hide down here because it's as good a place as any, and I'll be back in a mo. Okay, so yeah, Dayblooms. 2 of those, 1 of those, no, 1 of those, there we go. It seemed to work because it was incorrect, kind of incorrectly configured there, but I didn't worry too much about it. So again, 2 of those. Oh god, have I just put in 3? I have, haven't I? This is probably not going to work now. Yeah, failed. Okay, not a problem. Let's just see whether we can get them back. I've never actually... Yes, you do. Okay, that's fine. I can live with that then. Yeah, I've never fluffed one up like that before. And eventually we'll have a proper house for Botania and stuff to build things in properly, you know, as we should do. So I'm going to get some of these going and I will be back in a moment. Okay, so oh right, yeah. Chris is trying to generate mana in Botania with thermalilies, and the cooldown is winding him up a little bit, which it is painful. So put wood down and we get the same effect, but we'll get living wood from that. And I'm just going to plonk this here for a moment because I'm going to need to make a diluted mana pool, and I'm going to need to make another mana pool. Now this can't be used to infuse anything, but it will collect mana from the day blooms. Now we're going to have to wait for this just to convert over, and probably I should have done this first actually. Where is that creeper? Must be in a cave underneath here. That's the only explanation I can think of, which means I'm probably going to find it when I come to use this red block that is mysteriously placed here. But more about that later. Or possibly later, possibly this episode, who knows. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for this to convert over, and once we've got that we'll be able to make a mana spreader, which we in turn will be able to, you know, use to things. Now in the meantime I'm just going to set up my day blooms, and you need to leave a space behind them. They don't like living next to each other. Oh, there we go. Now if let me, seems to be okay. Let me, yeah, and I'm going to need quite a bit of this as well, but for now I need one. So what I'll do is we'll set another batch going, and you don't have to do a complete circle. So you'll notice I've only got 15 logs here. Now I've only got 7, so I've not got enough to do a full batch, or even all wood. You could mix wood and stone. So what we are going to do is going to take that, and did I not pick any? Oh, I didn't, damn it. Fortunately Botania flowers are everywhere. You really do not have a problem finding a Botania flower when you need one. So we are going to need to go and zap across here. We're going to have a piece of gold and one flower. And we'll place this down here like this, so it's facing this way, and then we'll place this mana pool here. And is that too close? Maybe? Oh, no it wasn't, it was just charging up. There you go. We'll do that. Now you'll notice holding this mana pool that there's a little symbol on the screen that shows you diluted mana pool and a cross to a normal mana pool, and basically what that means is to infuse this I could drop it in here with mana eventually. Are you generating? Not at the moment. Right. So while we're waiting for that to oh, there you go, it's just fired off a burst of mana, and you can see there's some mana in there. Now Botania is a really interesting mod in the way it has its mechanics, and by that I mean we're used to having RF, so we can mix it there, you can see like that, and you have something to generate 400 RF per tick, and yeah, you've got it. It's RF. I need another flower. Here, right, back. Actually, I think I see my favorite. You are magenta. I don't want magenta. There is a theme here and I am sticking to it. I do this every time I build one of these. I want one of you. Thank you. So what we need to do is we need to make a living wood twig, and that is just, I think it's, no, hang on, let me get the Botania. I thought it was that, but maybe it's not. So let's just come back here. Basics, wander the forest. Here we go. So we need to make a living wood twig, which we make shift click, like that. Okay, oops, too far. So we need 1, 2, 3 of those, and each one of those goes in there. Right, and we need to zap over my purple. In fact, I'm going to zap over a black as well. I'm going to have black and purple because I think it'll look quite nice, look different, shall we say. So there we go. There's our Wander the Forest. And if you're holding it, you can see the beam that the mana spreader is running. If we click on here, you can see that there's a little tiny amount of mana in there, and as that pulse goes in, it went up a little bit. Click on here, you can see the day bloom, and hovering over the day bloom shows the object that the day bloom is bound to, in this case this mana spreader. All simple so far. However, this diluted pool is a bit pants, so we're going to throw that in there, and now we've got a proper mana pool. Now we could waste that mana there, we could just chuck away, but there is a device called a mana tablet. If we can get that, let's have a look. Where are you? Natural apparatus, mana pylon? No. Somewhere in this lot there will be a mention of a mana tablet. Let's just use the index. That's the do you not call it a mana tablet anymore, or is it just a tablet? Okay, let me just have a look at it in NEI. There we go. Mana tablet is living rock around a mana pearl. So what we're going to need is a ender pearl. I'm going to sleep quickly, get the night out of the way. I also need to let the mana build up a bit, I think, because the things. How am I doing for pearls? Right, I'm not doing brilliant, that's for certain. Anyway, so I will be back in a moment, and I will see you soon. Okay, I was going to be back doing something else, but Chris has just literally come by with contribution, his final contribution for the Museum of Armour. So he's given us Mana Steel, he's given us Elementium, he's now gone and given us Terra Steel. I suppose it means I don't have to make it for this. We've got an Elementium sword, we have got a Mana Steel sword, and we have got a Terra Blade for the museum. All nicely things. So Botania armor, Botania armor is actually complete, I think. I don't think there's any more to put in there, so it means it's something I don't need to do anyway. Anyway, I wanted to get over here with my mana pearl. I also need some more living rock. There's not enough juice in there to create a mana pearl yet. So what we'll do is we will make some more living rock. Now I could speed it up a little bit, get some more of these daisies going, which I think is probably not bad. I don't really want to do a load of them though, because they're not the most efficient mechanism of generating mana, and I don't really want to be reliant on these. Let's have a look. Are you feeling? No, not feeling happy there at all. Now it does actually say if we go into there and go mana pearl, we're not far off. We should almost be there, but we are not quite there. So just need probably another burst from that will be good. So I'm going to let that. Well, okay. No, okay. I'm going to let that get to the point where we can actually use it, and I will be right back with you. Okay, I've just realised what I'm doing wrong. This is a diluted mana pool, and it cannot infuse a pearl. This is a proper mana pool, which can infuse a pearl. So I am damned if I'm going to waste that now. We're going to have to definitely wait for this to fill up to the point where it can make the mana pearl, but in the meantime, at least I can be getting more living rock sorted. I'll probably want to sort some more living wood as well at some point, but it's not desperate for right now. So yeah, don't make the mistake I did and put you down. Well, I expect to be able to put a mana pearl in there, because it won't work. You are stuffed. You're going to have to wait now. That's definitely not got enough in it, and yeah, it's a long way off. Well, as you can see, this is well over that first pointer, so we need to get to, I'm just trying to see, where was it again? It's just about that second mark there, which is a fair way off. Now this is way over, but unfortunately there's not much I can do about that. So I'm going to make a few more of these flowers just to speed the process up, get some more living wood done. I need to chop some trees down for that, and I will be back with you once we got that done. Okay, we finally got to the point where we can chuck this in this mana pool. Did I just right click that in the mana pool? Oops, yes I did. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. Whoa, and major lag. Okay, let me try that again with another ender pearl. Running low on these, but fortunately I have got one ender pearl essence plant running, so I can actually make them now, albeit slowly. We've got a lot of lag on this server. I think we may need a restart. Although, as you can see here, oh, there's the burp from eating. The doors come back. There we go, we're in. And we're back in the room. Let me out. I think this server might need a restart. Let's just do a /TPS. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That is having a major league issue. Although the ticks per second on the server is actually still 20, so either that or it's my broadband that's going slowly. But anyway, let me try doing this properly. So when it's got the tick, you can do it. So we chuck it in eventually. Once the... Come on. There we go, mana pearl. And what we can do then is, you know what, I think I'm going to have to reboot this server, because I am getting, I'll just check with the other guys, surround that with that, and we will get a mana tablet. Now what we can actually do is, if we look at this, it says accepting mana from items, and these both. Now if we shift right click, it says sparing mana to items. So if I go and throw you in there, that was not a big mana pool, so there isn't going to be a huge amount on there. We can dig you up, and we can just chuck you in there, get you upgraded. We can chuck this in. Man, we chuck this in. Well, have I got my... you know what? Oh, something's going screwy here. Let me get you off for starters, and let's try this one more time. So if there's any mana in that, I think I may have wasted that mana somewhere along the line. Oh well, no worries. But this is not the way I'm going to be generating mana in the long run anyway. This is just a short-term solution. Now we're not going to get the actual mana generation bit done today, but the next thing I am going to need is to make another, well, what I need to make is to make another plant, another flower. And the one I want is the, let me get this right, I think it is the Gorgomoryllis. It's a hungry flower. Eats up any food in the area around it and turn it into mana. There's a catch: it can only given time the mana is created. Any other food it finds will also devour, but will not create any mana form from it. Blah blah blah. Gives out mana based on the nutritional value, and gives it out for as long as it does. And it needs. This is the recipe. So we've got a mystical light grey mana petal. That is just one of those thrown in a mana pool. Same with the yellows. We've got a red. Now then we've got this rune of fire and rune of summer. Now if I shift click on the Rune of Fire, you'll see that this is a Rune Culture recipe. Needs some nether wart, gunpowder, nether brick, mana and mana steel. Mana steel is simple, you just throw that into a mana pool and you get it back. It's going to use a fair amount of mana, so we're going to well, actually it doesn't use a lot realistically, but it does use one of these, a Rune Culture. To make that we need a mana pearl or a mana diamond and some living rock, so this is all fairly cheap. I'm going to need to get another mana pearl going and another spreader. So if we run in here we should see that I have got 18, so if I take some of those, I don't quite need 8, I think I just need 8. Let me just double check the usage. Yeah, that will give me 4. So 8 ender essence gives me 4 ender pearls. So we can get those together, that is not a problem. Bang, and grab those. I only need the one, hopefully. Oh, we seem to be catching back up with ourselves. So whatever was lagging the system, the server has stopped lagging the server. Now I have got a bit of mana steel that I found in a chest, so that's 3 I don't have to make. But if we come over here, first things first, have we got enough juice to make another mana pearl? We have. Oh, I did it again. Right, I'm going to get the stuff together and I'll be back with you in a mo. Okay, so there is our Rune Culture. We need also another mana spreader, as I said. We probably need to disable right click when we're playing with things. So if I just place you there, now that's not going to do anything with that at this moment in time. We'll just again ghetto styley place our Rune Culture, and then we need the ingredients for. Let's have a look at it again. Let's go back. So Rune of Fire. Let's have a look at the Rune of Summer, because that's probably one I'm more likely to have. Yeah, oh god, a Rune of Earth and a Rune of Air. So Rune of Air is some carpet, a feather, string and mana steel. So we'll do one of these and I can get the rest done between episodes. And this obviously is an expensive flower. It generates more mana, costs more to do. Now normally my go-to mana source, if you watched Tolkien Craft, thank you. If you watch Tolkien Craft, you'll know my go-to mana source is lava with the thermal lilies. But I don't want to try something different. So the Rune of... I've already forgotten what the hell I'm picking up here. Steel, string, feather and carpet. So 3 mana steel, feather and a string. Jesus, the lag is real, really is real. Let's just have some pink carpet. See, I knew all that pink carpet will come in handy for something. And let us go out here. So the way to use this altar is pretty straightforward. You take your ingredients and you right click them into it, and providing you have enough mana, I've got living rock. You right click that and off it goes. It will start doing its thing. Now it's going to take a while to generate the mana to make all of these with you just using these guys, so we're certainly not going to get this bit finished today. Now you can see there's this little spark in the middle there. It's a little baby spark. What we're waiting for is for once that's got to a certain size. You can see also as I hover, if you look over when I bring my cursor over it, there's like a pie chart growing around, a little clock. That's the completion meter of this this whatever it's called, actually, infusion-y thing. And oh dear, we're out of mana. See, so this is where we're going to hit problems. Now there's a couple of things we could do. I'm going to run in here to have a snooze. I don't need to run in there to snooze yet, do I? But I am going to have to wait until we get quite a bit of mana going over here for this one, because it doesn't lose progress, which is at least one thing. It's not like the Blood Altar where if you run out of power... Oh, come on. This episode is probably going to be called Lagtastic, but there you go. And let's sleep if we can. Can we sleep, please? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we are definitely suffering with some lag at the moment. I'll have to query with the other guys before we go any further. Well, before I do any more work on this, whether we need a server reboot or not. I'll check the console as well. But what we're waiting for is obviously for this to do its thing, and you can see there's a little burst. Now there is an item which you find in chests, and I found a few as I've been like fertling around in areas, called a Black Lotus, which, oh man, which you can throw into a mana pool and it will generate some mana, but given the nature of lag at the moment, I am very reluctant to do it. Now this must be getting ready for a burst. There we go, there's some bursting, there's some more. Not much progress, unfortunately. So we're just waiting on that. So I'm going to, between episodes, be building up my mana pool, crafting a whole load of these runes, which are fairly straightforward. I just want this one to finish so we can at least finish on this episode. Get one rune done. But so while I'm waiting for that, let me explain what's going to happen. What we are going to do is we're going to use some item retrieval nodes in here. So we've got a whole load of potatoes. Now potatoes are food, so I can drop food in front of these food eating flowers and it will generate mana. However, potatoes don't restore a great deal of hunger. However, baked potatoes do. They're a pretty good source of food. So what we're going to do is we are going to use, first off we're going to put a item, well first off we're going to put into here a energy upgrade and a furnace upgrade, and that will cook all the potatoes and make them into jacket potatoes, which are obviously worth more. We're going to have an item duct, an item retrieval node, pull them out and pipe them over to where that red block is. And we're going to have another one with a filter on it, so they're going to both going to be filtered, and that is going to pull out these poisonous potatoes, because they really do not, as best as I can tell. I mean, I could convert them potatoes, but really, if you're that desperate for food. So yeah, now the reason I wanted 5 layers is in testing. The problem is all of those potatoes will cook, and these bloody little plants will eat them all up. How are we doing here? Almost there. So this will pipe over here. Now underground here we're going to have 8 of these food eating plants and another item from Botania called a crafty crate. If I can get myself back to the index, go over here, we should see a... No? Really? You know, is that not going to be a thing that you... Oh no, it's not the crafty crate, sorry, it's the open crate. So the open crate is very much like a dropper, but this drops vertically the items, so anything that goes in there gets dropped. Now obviously what's going to happen is that food's going to get eaten up very quickly, but these 5 floors and the better chest will provide enough power and enough potatoes to keep a fairly steady flow. And in fact, you will get a net gain in potatoes. We will actually end up with more potatoes than we can process. So that's the idea there, and that will drop them to the crafty crate. These flowers will eat the potatoes, generate some mana, and the mana we're going to do something with fancy over here. So, oh, yep, we're ready. You can see there, he's got this little lightning animation. So all we do... I see you, Wisp. But you're a friendly Wisp. We're alright. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Gimme. Right. So what we do is we chuck that. What we do is we throw that on there. We get that. Right click. And there we go. Rune of Air. So I have no idea what Lilium Dolls is as an achievement. So this will continue doing its thing. This will... You see, that should have mana in it. Oh no, it's filling up that. It's filling up that thingy. So yeah, anyway, so that is the plan. I apologise, it's been a little bit laggy and a little bit derpy today, but we have made some progress. I will continue excavating the hill in between episodes. I will continue also working on getting this stuff built up and made into a working flour, get the ingredients together, and I'll see you next time. But until then, bye for now.